She's out to embarrass me. How different we are as people, as humans. She's trying to embarrass me. Here's the outfits that I have to put. Oh my gosh. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Jamie and I are nothing alike. My queen, your chariot awaits.
Next tomorrow.
Thank y'all for watching.
Can I take this off now?
No, we're driving home this way. We love you guys. We appreciate the time, and we will catch y'all on the next video. And if you choose not to stick around, then I totally get it. I would not watch this channel either. I would not watch this channel for anything. We're a bunch of weirdos, and if you stick around, thank you. And if not, I don't blame you one bit. That was fun. Folks, hi to hello. Hi to hello, everybody. Heather, your wish is my command. Your wish is my command. And how did she know that Jamie was going to make me wear this outfit tonight?
This is the greatest Goodwill find of all time. Of every Goodwill trip in my whole life, which is a lot. This right here, #1 prized possession, practically needs a frame.
Well, let's frame it then. Let's take it off of me and frame it. Crocs, not crack, everybody. Crocs, not crack. Hi to hello. You know, funny story. Hank, so he walks across our stove on purpose and pushes every button like that Tom Hanks movie, the piano. Was it called Big?
Yeah.
Anywho's, yeah, funny story about the whole get up yesterday and about all of this.
I thought you were going to say funny story about crack. But anyway.
I don't know any funny crack stories.
Either, but I thought that you were going to, never mind. Carry on.
Let me go ahead and, Heather, thank you. And yes, we got the shirt. I'm hoping you're happy. We were at the, let me just go ahead and tell you the whole story. I'll just tell you the whole story. I'm going to hide that comment from Miss Heather. Thank you, Heather. So we were going to go along with the note card per verbatim, and we just could not contain our hunger any longer. So we ended up having to get the GPS to the Goodwill and notice it several miles past the Golden Corral. And we was like, you know what? We can't, there's no way we can go in there and shop on an empty stomach. So we went ahead and stopped to eat first, which meant that to stay true to the note card, we had to do something in public. So we chose to go buy our feed at the feed store. It's one of my favorite feed stores, besides the long line to pay. But besides that, it's one of my favorite feed stores. It's a very expanded version of Tractor Supply. It's called Atwoods. It's fairly new to our area, I think. It may not be.
I think it's the most southern one.
Okay.
Like, I think there's a few in northeastern Texas.
Well, point of the matter is, let me get a drink right quick. We're inside of Atwoods, and we run across a lady and her husband who followed the page. She, more than her husband, nice people. Of course, I feel a little bit uncomfortable because
they recognized us.
Yeah, even with our get up, they still recognized us.
She literally walks through the door and goes, "Oh, I know who you are."
And she marched right up to us.
Oh.
Her husband was tagging along. He's a nice guy. But listen, this is what's so hard about what you've made me. This is the hardest thing about what Jamie has made me, is that
what I have made you.
Yeah, so this lady knows all about the page, all about her favorite animals. She knows everything, y'all. She's like a super she spends a lot of time watching videos. And so Jamie asked her husband, "Do you watch also?" He goes, no. He goes, he said, how did he say? He goes, "No offense, but I watch real farming channels." Real farming channels. And she goes, he doesn't mean it like that. He's just not really into the entertainment part of it. The entertainment part of it. Where does he get off? I don't mean anything negative, and I'm not saying any names, but where does he get off telling us that he doesn't really like the entertaining part of the channel? He watches real farmers. He watches real farmers, not the entertaining part of it.
I don't know where he would see that there was any entertainment here whatsoever.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I said this, but not I didn't say it in a mean way, but I'm like, I promise you, we sweat as much as any real
It's
farmer,
the truth.
as much as any real farmer that you watch. I promise we sweat just as much, and it's not from the entertainment part of it. We do this on top of, Jamie. We do all of this on
We
top
have a
of
good
the real
time while
farming.
we work and do the real stuff.
Cheers to you, mister, and whatever real farm channels you're watching right now. And to that sweet lady of yours, cheers to you, ma'am.
I was mortified because when she said, "I know who you are," I was like, but I'm not who I am right now. Like I'm not, this is not us right now.
Your fancy dress.
Yeah, in my prom club dress at Atwoods with flip-flops that looks like this is the most you don't even know this, but like it felt like that I was similar to the Pretty Woman situation or the Walk of Shame situation of like, I met you at the club the night before and you decided that I would just hang out with you for the rest of the day, which happened to be Atwoods, but all I had was what I was wearing at the club from the night before.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt like.
So you have had those experiences, the little walk of shame where you end up going home
in my
with what you're wearing
years,
and you end up having to wake up and put back on what you were wearing the night before because you have nothing else to put on.
Yes.
At least I was a gentleman and offered ladies' friends a t-shirt to wear or a button-up shirt, Jamie. I cannot believe.
Well, in Pretty Woman, she wears his button-up shirt right on top of his outfit.
She sure does.
Yeah.
She sure does.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
part.
Well,
you didn't offer me your cheer shirt on top of my dress last night.
Extreme cheer's all mine, Jamie. Extreme cheer.
All we had in the bag was Crocs, not crack.
Extreme cheer's not going anywhere. That's going to stay with me forever. Yeah, that's one thing I did not do was read the actual shirt before I put it on. And I had no idea what it said.
No, he didn't.
I didn't even know what it said till I got home and I was reading comments on the video that we posted. And I'm like, extreme cheer? It does say extreme cheer.
That's why I was dying. That's why it was so funny. Not because it was just a purple shirt, because it said extreme cheer 24. Like it was relevant. Like you were in some cheer squad sporting it with your little shorty shorts.
That is so funny because I told Jamie a story that I made a connection to that I've actually told a lot of you, I think. I don't know for a fact if I said it on a video or not. But, there was a time when I wore my blue Adidas jumpsuit, which used to fit me really, really nice.
You wore it on our first date.
Oh, I sure did. I wore it on our first date.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I also wore that same Adidas jumpsuit to San Antonio on a little vacation. And little did I know that the weekend that I was in San Antonio was also the National High School Cheerleader Championships. And so here's all of these high school cheerleading teams walking along the river walk in San Antonio with their Adidas jumpsuits. And here's Lester wearing an Adidas jumpsuit. And if I did not feel like the biggest creepo, like I'm some kind of at that point, probably a 40-something-year-old man trying to blend my way into a bunch of high schoolers, I had no idea. I'm looking you right in the eye. It's innocent enough. I had no idea. I felt like a total perv, Jamie. And yeah, I was stuck in San Antonio with my Adidas jumpsuit.
How would you describe the feeling of Atwoods yesterday and going in dressed like that?
So in all honesty, I wasn't bothered because I'm like, no one will ever recognize me. They're not going to know who I was. Wearing shades. I did not look recognizable. I mean, come on. But it was you.
It was my fault.
It was you.
Yeah.
You drew all the attention and pulled people over there, man. I just only imagine all of the surveillance cameras that were like following us around Atwoods. Like, what's this weirdo doing? What's this couple up to? All these cameras, probably guys in their back are all watching the computer. They're all zooming.
Well, your legs were blinding.
Do you have to go there? Only the top of my leg. My farmer tan was pretty obvious.
There was a lot of leg and it was a lot of white. And it was things that I'm like, whoo, I hadn't seen that out in daylight before.
No. My legs hadn't seen the daylight before. It's obvious. The top of my legs ain't seen no daylight in a while.
And then you're like, just act like you're the best MFer in the place and just walk in like you own it. So I'm walking in and like, okay.
Yeah, Jamie's like,
well, here's the thing. It's really hard to wear a dress like that and flip-flops, okay? That dress technically required heels. If you're going to own it, you own it. If you're wearing flip-flops, it looks like you danced too hard last night and your feet are sore, or that's all you could handle anymore was the flip flops. So like I couldn't really own it, but it's okay. It was something.
I think that you looked wonderful, and I would like to pat myself on the back for picking out a really nice collection of dresses for you. And for anyone who has not watched the video, I'll give you a little heads up. I went into the date night challenge with my purpose and my intent was to make her shine.
That
to
is
really
so
feel,
not true. That is
no.
That is not true.
Ask the sweet little lady who helped me pick out dresses if it's not true. And she was asking us a lot of questions about you, Jamie. And she and I picked out a collection of really wonderful dresses.
That lady questioned your Little House on the Prairie dress the same way that the world questioned that.
I wasn't letting that one go, though.
That lady was like,
I thought it was Petticoat Junction. It looked like a railroad
she's like, it's
worker.
awful. And she was being so polite to you and did not want to hurt your little feeling.
It looked like a railroad or maybe a prisoner exchange. I don't know what they were thinking.
But you just thought I would look so beautiful in it.
Well, that was like my little personal thing. I kind of like the dress.
The Petticoat Junction.
The Petticoat Junction.
But here's something I will say. I will say this, that it was a very small Goodwill and it was very limited on selection compared to other Goodwills I had been to. So like
Lisette says she liked 3 out of the 4 outfits or the 5 outfits that I picked out for you. So wow, so I did do good.
You did good. Just nothing I would have ever put in my own fitting room, which you could probably say the same thing about the stuff that
then you might want to go look at your closet, because I read comments. I read every comment, and there were, I kid you not, we should put a poll. We're not going to do it right now, but I was reading, and a lot of ladies were really complimentary of you in outfit number 1. That was the colorful one with the was it a black top and a yellow bottom?
No, it was a yellow top.
Yellow top and a colorful bottom. It had all kinds of colors to it, and it was a nice looking outfit. And it was almost the one that I would have picked if I had the choice. But,
it was very loud.
I mean,
and
Jamie
bright.
thought it was like she's going to Easter Sunday.
That's what I felt like. I was going to Easter
at a black
Sunday.
church. There's nothing wrong with that, Jamie. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was just very bright. And then the next one was like, I don't know what Petticoat Junction is. So I don't know what that is.
Petticoat Junction.
No idea what that is. But I felt like I was stepping directly out of Ma's dress from Little House on the Prairie, like her nightgown dress, not even like her dress that she would wear to like work in. It was just interesting.
Well, there's a lot who says, yes, it was very loud, but there's also a lot who really enjoyed that look on you. So it is what it is.
It was a fun experience to see what Lester would pick. I would love to take you to I would love to do it one more time.
No, we've done
not
it.
Not to wear in public, to like see what you would pick out in one more setting. Maybe once a year we do this to see what we find.
So
it was that bad?
I mean, to be honest, I was looking for a place to sit down after about 5 minutes. I picked out Jamie's outfits in no time. But I'm done. Now, even though I edited the videos, make it look like we spent equal time and equal everything else, in reality, we walked in together, but within 5 minutes, I have all 5 or 6 of her dresses, and I'm ready to go. Not go, but ready to go to the dressing room. And Jamie is over there giggling and laughing at herself and in selfie mode. And I'm thinking, what is she doing? What could be so gosh darn funny? Well, I come to find out that what's so gosh darn funny is her realizing how she's going to humiliate me. And what kind of a person can make themselves joyful and take so much laughter at the expense of their partner?
When you play the pity party, people believe that your feeling is really hurt.
Yes.
And that you didn't have the same intentions of embarrassment, or that you don't have a sense of humor, because people will have torn me apart.
I'm an entertainer, y'all. I'm the entertainer. I'm the farmer entertainer.
I see nothing entertaining about Jamie hurting Lester's feelings.
No, y'all stop. And I will also clarify one last thing. I did not pick out all of these wigs. Jamie did.
They were in a bag.
There's only one wig in this home that I picked out for myself. That was from the antique store. It's a 1960s Edgar. They call
I
it the
found
Edgar.
somebody's wig collection at this Goodwill. That is one thing I will say is I have never walked in and found like a serious wig collection. You always find the Halloween wigs, right? But I found a serious wig collection, and you were witnessing one of those. I bought them all.
And let's just be honest. Before this live started, Jamie's getting out of the tub, and I walk in dressed, ready to go, without the hat on. And she was like, "Hold on a minute." And she goes, "I'm not going to tell you her exact words. I'm not going to tell you her exact words." But she's like, "Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, looking me up. She's like looking me up and down. Like she goes, "Hold on." And I'm like, "What are you doing, Jamie?" And she goes, I really like you bald, but I tell you what, if you ever had hair, I hope it's going to be gray." I'm like, "You like this?" And she goes,
Richard Gere.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Wisdom. Gray hair.
Silver Devil says.
My silver fox.
This is Jane. Oh, Lord. No, it was a fun experience. We had a lot of fun. I felt bad. It was, I hope that everyone knows, who, especially those who watched our live video from that morning, Saturday morning, that we literally opened those cards, cut it open with a box cutter. On a live video, Jamie pulls them all out, asked me to pick one. I randomly pick one. Then we have to scratch it off. You can't read it. You have to scratch it off like a lottery ticket. We scratch it off just to find out it's the exact same darn card, or at least one very similar to what Buddy and Steph did a month earlier.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
So we both actually, after the live, messaged separately without even telling each other this was happening. You messaged Buddy.
I says, Buddy, you have
Steph.
to go to my live at the 25-minute mark. You have to start watching. I says, please, you had to pay Bud to watch my live, but I wanted to prove to them we're not trying to copycat. We want to stay true to ourselves, and I
actually messaged Steph. I was like, I'm really uncomfortable asking this, but are you okay that we do the same date as you did? And I explained the circumstances of what happened. She goes, absolutely. I wish everybody would do it because it's so fun. So we did not copy or try to infringe.
If you would like to, I'm going to invite all of y'all to go watch our live from Saturday morning. It was on Facebook for sure, on I'm a Survivor Sanctuary at the 25-minute mark, where we open the box and do all of those things. And hey, I'm sorry, but it was hilarious and it was funny.
There's a lot of people that say that your silver hair is hot, by the way.
Thank you. So let's move on, Jamie. Let's move on, shall we? Can anyone take me serious? Can I keep this on?
You can't hang it up, can you? You're so worried and the fact that you blame me for it.
Oh my gosh. A lot of people have already gone back to find that live, and they're verifying that what I'm saying is true. Thank you so very much. And it did blow Buddy's mind, says Deanna. No, I will go take this off if you allow me to, because this shirt is extremely tight.
Put your arms up forward.
I'm not doing that.
Come on, do it.
Like this? What are you doing?
Those sleeves are.
Jamie, stop.
It looks pretty sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not wearing this anywhere. This is the one. So
what do you mean?
I mean, I'm wearing it now, but these are our friends. I'm not wearing this in public anywhere. I'm not. These folks don't mind. They are okay with this. Anyway, it was fun. It really was fun. And we do have, how many cards were there? 36 cards?
35.
There's 35 cards. We have 34 more cards to do. And we're going to try to do one every Saturday.
I wonder if we would ever be able to double date with Buddy and Steph on one. Like if there's an option to, like, we both draw the card or whatever, and then we decide to do it together. I wonder if there's one like that.
I don't know, but let's hope that we're not going to have them pick the food, because I cannot handle that French cuisine that Stephanie wants. Escargot, I'm not eating some of the things I'm not eating some of the things that y'all put into your mouth. I would not do that.
You would love it.
And then Buddy is all about humiliating people. Buddy would try to humiliate me.
Where do you think Buddy got it?
Well, I'm the uncle. I'm entitled to certain things, Jamie. There's a level of entitlement that you get when you're an uncle. You have to do certain things to your nephews, but for nephews to turn around and do that same stuff back to you,
It's earned.
no, it's earned.
It is like a rite of passage for an uncle to do it. And then later in life, when you become like, frail, then it's time for them to like dish things back.
Yeah, I guess so. So you're calling me the old frail guy now. Now I'm the old frail guy. The old frail funkle. The other Mrs. Randall says the funkle. Well, anyway, that was fun, and we'll do something else. We're going to do one every Saturday. Well, I don't know what the next challenge is going to be though, but we will get out a card during our coffee on Saturday morning, and we will open that up and scratch it off and do what it tells us to do.
Yeah, I think we'll do our best. Obviously, life circumstances will be sometimes where maybe we can't.
Yeah, weather permitting and kids permitting. And
yeah, because the one thing I don't know, you haven't told me this. What days are Lex's football games on?
His schedule is so whack.
Okay.
And then Stephanie and Buddy actually gave out this info on their live tonight, which is fine. We're going to talk about it anyway, but we're going to have to postpone our cardboard boat races. My mom is having surgery on her hand, and that's the couple of days before the boat races, and she's not sure that she can make it. Well, if my mom can't come, that means my dad won't be able to come. You can't make dad drive all the way, by himself. So you kind of have to take mom and dad out of the equation. And if you remember last year, mom got in a boat. And mom had fun in that boat.
Your mom was very serious.
And mom wants to do it. Mom wants to do it again. So my dad was actually going to build a boat for Lex and a boat for my mom.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so my mom was kind of broken that she couldn't come this year because she really enjoyed that. And then of course, Daniel, my brother Dan, we call him Uncle Dan, was also upset. He doesn't have Brinley. She'll be with her mom that weekend. And so there's no Brinley. Jake and Lissa just had the new baby, and there's a lot going on.
Your sister Tina couldn't make it.
Sister Tina,
probably her whole family,
Rob, and the entire family, Dustin, Jill, all the kids, Ben, they're all going off to Uvalde for a already planned Labor Day holiday long weekend for everybody. And so we were looking around saying, Jamie, it's just going to be us.
And my mom will
and
be
Jamie's
here.
Mom. So I just thought, you know what, let's just wait and maybe put it off a couple of weeks, try to find the time we can get everybody here who wants to come, because I do believe that most everybody I mentioned wanted to be here.
Yeah.
And so we will make that up. We just can't do it Labor Day weekend, unfortunately.
So we'll work on dates.
Yeah. But what sucks about that is all the work that we did to the pond pasture. If you haven't noticed, Jamie and I spent an entire week this past week pond pasturing everything. I mean, from mowing to weed eating to burning limbs to pond maintenance. We did it all. I raked and kind of cleaned up all the horse area. Jamie worked around the barn and around the fence line here.
Oh, we've been mowing and weed eating and killing weeds and ripping out weeds, and I've been watering grass.
Jamie, Rhonda says do it on Columbus Day because Columbus crossed the Atlantic.
But I think so. I have to work on Columbus Day. So maybe Sunday, Columbus Day.
That's weekend. A great idea. Now, is it going to be too cold by then?
No, I think it's like the 2 weeks after that.
That it starts getting cold?
No. I mean, like it's 2 weeks after Labor Day. I don't think it doesn't get cold here until the end of October.
Columbus Day, I think, is October the 12th or the 13th, 14th. So is
it October?
Yeah, it's in October. So Columbus Day is a school holiday, but it's not a holiday for a lot of folks. Like Jamie will probably have to work, but it doesn't matter. We can do it that weekend, maybe.
You're right.
Jamie,
October.
I was a school teacher for all them years. I know Columbus Day. I know the school holidays.
It might be it might not be terrible cold. It might just be chilly. Like it might not be hot.
More reason not to have a sinkable boat, Jamie. More reason not to sink in that darn boat. But that's fine. I think that most people, so Sharon says October 14th is Columbus Day. So maybe the day before October 13th will be the Sunday. And
we're getting close to prom then too, though. So we gotta,
my holy moly.
We got to think through this. We have to strategize. I think it still needs to be in September. I just don't know when.
We'll figure it all out. Let's not argue about that right now, though. We'll have to get our calendars and talk to family members and figure all that good stuff out at some point.
Yeah.
So friends, for the people who are talking about asking your questions, we'd like to wait till the end of the live to answer questions. We will give about 10 minutes to answer as many as we possibly can. And then secondly, We are trying to catch all of the comments, but we are on 4 different channels right now, all into one. And so there's all of the YouTubes and the big Facebook channel, and it's all in one. So all of the comments are just, they're flying through. I know that whatever channel you're watching, you see the comments on your channel only. But the way we have it on our device, we're having all 4 of those channels here together. That feels like I'm not scolding anybody, but it's kind of, we used to call it housekeeping in school. The first 5 minutes of your classroom, it was your housekeeping, not literally dusting and mopping and sweeping and all the housekeeping chores, but it's kind of getting your class like aligned and set up, and just kind of the gist of, hey, yesterday y'all left out here, left all your chairs, a mess, or you left, this and that. You got to take care of you. Let's have this little discussion and talk about a few things, and then we'll start class.
Oh, is that how we should start mornings around here then? From like future of like Lester, we need to do some housekeeping with what you left out last night, and you ate popcorn in the dog bowl again, and okay, that only happened once. But do you want to start out?
Holy moly. I thought you were going to bring up my Tylenol PM.
I was going there.
Tell them what it does to me, Jamie. Tylenol PM. I've never had it in my life until recent. I bought some Tylenol because I had a pretty good headache, and I had no idea what it was going to do to me. I'll just say this. I got to be real careful with Tylenol PM. I don't know why. I don't know what's in it, but it knocks me out. So I told Jamie. Jamie thought I was going to die. She thought you're going to die in your sleep. I said, I'm not going to die, but if I do, I'll never know.
Yeah, I'm like, I just think you should be really careful about how much you take and when you take it, because if you take it too late, like
that stuff is strong.
He's waking up hungover.
Well, not literally, but you feel like it's like 9 o'clock and you're like, what am I still in bed for? I'll just sleep here 30 more minutes. And then it's 10 o'clock. And I'm like, Jamie's like, are you sick? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I am. I'm trying to do how you do like a self-assessment? Kind of like,
are you like wiggling your toes? I just felt your toes move.
Well, you do that. You don't do a self-assessment ever? You have to do a self-assessment, and you just kind of like feel every body part, and my gut feels good. My head feels good. No sore throat. And
you do that? Like you do like a review of systems?
Yeah. What do you do?
Get up. Limp a little at first. Stand up straight.
Bottom line is, I have to be very careful with what I take. And then a lot of people say over here, they can't handle Tylenol PM. I did not realize that. But I will say one thing. I don't wake up the entire night. And that's very uncommon for me because I have to take a nighttime concoction because I can't sleep at night.
Sometimes I think it's in your head that you think that you can't sleep at night.
No. It's not my head. I can't sleep. And I don't know why. I think that I'm just always on the go and all throughout the day. And then my head just can't stop at night.
Well, my head doesn't stop either until my body just like gives in. And then my head still goes all night long. And I wake up with the strangest thoughts of things and like remembering things that I was like, oh crap, I forgot to do this. Or did I do this? And that's been since I was a little girl. Like I remember being 4 and 5 years old and waking up in the middle of the night panicked about homework and did I do what I was supposed to do and all these other things. So like, I don't know, the woman that we call that the Marilyn, my grandma, the Marilyn in me runs strong as far as, like the fear of not succeeding, I guess, or the fear of forgetting. I've
actually invited Jamie to take some of my meds. I know that's probably a no-no, but I says, hey, you're really wound up. Why don't you just try one of these? That's like I'm a dope pusher. I'm not pushing dope on her. Hey, you got $50? Now, I'm not trying to do that, but I offer her an occasional sleep concoction, and she won't take it. She's like, no, because she's afraid the house is going to catch on fire, and we're going to both burn up.
And we're both going to die then because he ain't moving. No. The smoke alarm should go off with someone jumping on top of him, and he's not going to move.
I don't like that about myself because if I could, it's kind of funny. Uncle Dan made a video recently where he talked about if people could have a perfect life or a perfect day. If you could have one perfect day, what would it be? And I'll be honest, I'm sitting there watching that video, and I'm thinking my perfect day is going to have to start with a perfect night's sleep. Because if you're like me, and there's a lot of folks who have sleeping issues, I'm reading all the comments over here. If you have sleeping issues, you know how hard it is to have a productive day if you did not have a productive or restful night. And so I would have to make sure that I have a really good night's sleep before I can start my perfect day. What? I'm not going to say the rest of my perfect day. I'm just going to skip that part, but it was complimentary to Jamie. I think so. Go ahead.
No, I see a lot of people talking about what they have to take to sleep and how hard. I don't have problems falling asleep. I wake up several times a night, whether it be because of dogs or because of the way he breathes, or because sometimes you toss like you're angry. Like his rollover is like a body slam move.
It's because I'm in pain. It hurts.
I'm in pain from the body slam, but
I don't hit you.
Your whole body, like
I sometimes will pull her hair. I pull her hair because
yes.
when I'm sleeping, my hand will sometimes grab her hair.
Yeah, and
maybe I'll fall asleep this way.
Or when he slings his hand over, it'll like land on my face. Like, yeah. And I'm like, if you're sleeping and you wake up to someone's hand on your face, it kind of freaks you out. Like you're up. So I don't have a problem falling asleep, but I do wake up several times a night. I don't know what a solid 8 straight or even 6 straight feel. Those things don't happen to me, but I also am terrified to take anything to make me sleep because he ain't moving. It's not happening. And there are times here where there have been things at night outside that have been very scary.
Renata, we have a king bed, but I have to pull close to her.
Listen,
I need to be close to her.
I have roughly 6 to 7 inches of bed. That is it.
My leg has to be, it's complicated. It's just complicated.
His leg it's not just like put your left arm out here. His leg, yeah. So like I'm here, okay? I'm in this teeny tiny little baby spot. And Lester is starfished out in the bed.
Okay.
With his body in the middle. He must like this. And I get it. You get shoulder pain. You got all kinds of pain. It's fine.
I got pains.
I did. Do you remember the night I got mad at you whenever I came to bed and you had moved over and left me no bed? And then the next day you were like, God, you were really angry last night.
Yeah, that was mean. And she took the pillows and she shoved them all across, and it made it to where she didn't want me nowhere near her.
I just wanted to go back to sleep in my spot. And he took over my spot. And sometimes he'll be like, can you just go sleep on the other side?
We need one of them California queen beds. That's the really big ones, aren't they? They're like super big.
I don't know. I think we need a double king at this point in time.
Oh no!
It wouldn't matter. Lester's a little bit of a clinger in bed.
Hey guys, with all due respect, if you want to go watch that other channel who's also live right now, then go watch them. You don't got to announce it to the entire live that someone else is live right now. Also, we do share an audience with a lot of other family members, and we're blessed for that. But we always like to reserve our time, and so we discuss with family what time and everyone kind of pretty much discusses their set live. And so our set live is Sunday at 8 o'clock. And so, but if you are still insistent on the other channel, then go watch that one.
That's okay. Yeah.
You can come back and catch us later. So
yeah. Anyway, so sleeping around here is something entertaining.
Oh,
mostly.
So a California king. Sorry, I got ice. A California king is longer, but actually more narrow. I did not realize that.
I thought so.
I didn't
think
know that
it was wider.
Oh. I thought California kings were big guys.
You know what isn't bigger in a king size bed is an RV king. An RV king is not bigger or longer. In fact, it's borderline queen. That's all. Anyway, what are you looking at?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get fixated on.
I know.
That is my problem with social media. As much as we're blessed to live a really wonderful lifestyle and be able to share so many wonderful things that we love with people who have similar interests, I do have a problem with getting fixated on certain things. And I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to keep it going, Jamie. Keep it going. We got a good thing going here. Keep it going.
So
don't let me
I did
mess everything up.
I did watch Uncle Dan's video where he asked everybody about their perfect day. And he was not asking the question in a way that gave him the answers of like, not like your forever life day, your your dream day. Like if you could have a day of like where everything in the world was perfect and you could do something, something that was out of your norm, I think is what he was asking. And people just were not answer. Everybody's like, well, if I could just wake up at home and have my coffee, or like Bree was like, I just want to get on my horse and ride my energy drink to the back. And I thought there were some really special answers though. And it made me realize how much people truly love their life, which is not common in this world we live in.
That wasn't that bizarre that no one would really change a whole lot. I mean, maybe the weather, they would change the temperature outside.
Yeah.
I loved hearing that, but everybody, and then there's an occasion they would like to have someone do their chores for that day. Like you said, no, someone can do my chores and just give me a free day. But like Sister Kim was like, she goes, hold on a minute. Everyone at the table was trying to suggest that she let someone else watch Levi that day for her perfect day. She goes, wait a minute. I'm not trying to move Levi along to give me a perfect day. Levi's her special needs son. She goes, I'm not wanting to move Levi along. That's not going to make my day perfect. You're going to hide Miss Elena's comment right there?
Oh, no.
Miss Elena, I got a lot of issues with me. We'll start at my bottom and work my way up. But if ADHD is one of them, I've never been diagnosed. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. And I hope that you'll still feel the same about me if I was. Anywho's, no, but Sister Kim was like, wait a minute, I would not send Levi to a babysitter to give me a perfect day. And we were like, I would send my kids that day. I'd send Carter and Castro.
She wanted an on-demand babysitter, like in a moment, not an all day, like just be done. She's like, when I want to do something, I want to, when I just need a minute type of thing. Yeah.
Cindy says, Lester, a day without pain would be very perfect. Oh, Jamie.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad when you get to that point in life where you're like, you got your knee issue, you got your shoulder issue, you got your this issue, your that issue, or you can't sleep at night, man. But no.
Do you want to tell them? So we asked each other about what our perfect days were. Go ahead. You tell them what yours is on the PG side.
Oh, okay. Well, it's having a good night's sleep, waking up next to the woman that I love.
That's not what you said.
Jamie, do not make me look bad here on video, on a live, because you can't delete this stuff, Jamie.
That is
you can't
not what you said,
but
carry on. We can go with that. It could have changed since.
How about you go first?
No.
You go first.
No, sir. Nope.
What I said, in summary, I gave Jamie a very long, detailed description. As a matter of fact, I started talking when we left here. I didn't shut up till we got to the J&L, which is about 20 minutes away. And I had to take a pause at Church of Supply while she ran in. Once she got back, I started on with my perfect day. So it was a lengthy story. But in summary, what I said was, I want to make sure that I spend at least 2 or 3 hours with the kids. Now, the entire day would not be with the kids. And that's nothing against my kids. I love my kids. But if you want my perfect day, about 3 hours of game night, because we have some really knockdown, fun game nights. And Lex and LE, along with Connor and whoever else is here, we have some really fun game nights. And so I would snatch that part of a long weekend with the kids, and I would take that component, and that would be a part of my perfect day. I would also like to not have the kids, but I would like to bring in a pool and a pool bar. A pool, like a swimming pool with a pool bar, the pool bar, I can walk up to the counter and I can stay this much in water. No one can see my bottom half, only my top from here up. Go to the bar, have me a drink right there on the pool bar and never have to get out of the water. That would be ideal, Jamie. That would be great. Do I have to keep going or can I stop there? Jamie, please. I'm running out of PG stuff. I'm running out of PG stuff. Okay. I'm running out of the PG content.
You said a delicious meal.
Oh, yes. It would have to be a delicious meal. And you only need one meal. I need one meal. I eat one meal a day. It's a big one, y'all. It's a big one. But it's going to have a steak with either some roasted potatoes or a baked potato or French fried potato. I don't care. Potatoes and steak. I'm a steak and potato kind of guy. And I want some A1 sauce. Not because the steak is bad, but because I love the flavor of A1. There, I've named 3 things from my perfect day scenario, along with a good night's sleep. Can I please stop now?
Sure.
Thank you, Lord. Your turn.
Mine involves, of course, Xander, which Kendra comes with Xander. So
Jamie, support me.
For me, it doesn't even really matter where it's at, but the freedom of the mind, the mental freedom of not worrying about everything else at home being taken care of. So if I'm not here, or even if I am, that someone else has done it and that I didn't have to stress or worry about it. And then time with Xander, Kendra. A bonus to that would be that my mom, my grandparents, Jalen, somehow I had such an amount of time that I wasn't restricted or felt like I was being pulled in different directions, and then could still come back to my alone time, which was with Lester at that pool bar, to talk about all the things that we did and all the fun that we had, but I didn't disappoint anyone by having to leave them too soon. And that I didn't leave anyone out. Like I have pleased my checklist, and now I'm coming back to unwind, have that delicious dinner, have drinks. Somewhere in there, I probably got a nap somewhere.
Oh yeah, you did say nap. A good nap.
A good nap, and I don't really care where it is, but that I didn't feel rushed.
And you don't feel guilty.
Yeah.
You know, you got to think about a lot of stuff that can kind of add a lot of strain to you. And it is hard. You know, you especially have it harder than I do because you live a long ways from your family. I see my family at least once a week. Yeah. My kids, you know, at least once a week. You don't have that luxury. I'll say that luxury because you live so many states apart. Xander's working a lot more now. God, he's a busy guy for being so young. And I know it's hard on Jamie. Xander has like house projects he's working on, and he'll FaceTime her and show her, and she puts on a really happy face and how wonderful everything looks. And whenever he hangs up, she goes into a depressed mode because she can't just go and help. She can't step over. She can't drive to this house and help him paint the porch. She can't go over and help him work in the yard or work in the flower beds. I don't have that problem. If my kids are up to something, be it a sporting event or whatever Ellie's doing, I just drive over, or he drives over here, and I don't know how that would feel. I can't imagine how hard that would be on you, but
yeah. So I have a little bit less adult time than Lester does. Lester wants 2 to 3 hours of kids, and then the rest adult time, I probably want 2 to 3 hours of Lester time, but
that's all you can handle.
No, I'm just saying, if I only had one perfect day, not a perfect life, not a perfect week or weekend, like that's how I would try to balance it out. But yeah, just thinking about that made me like miss home. And yeah.
Well, so don't think that I don't let her know that if she ever needs to take a break, I can handle everything as far as chores go. I can't handle your job, but if you could find a way from your job, and then I can handle the chores around here. It would be hard. It's hard when Jamie's not here. It's really hard, and I don't always show that. I always act like whenever she's not here, I clean out the kitchen and I do things I want to do. But in reality, it is hard when Jamie's not here. But if she ever has to go for a day or for a week, then she's welcome to go. And I've never held her back from doing that.
That's the truth. And to be really honest, like, have been talking about like finding a time to go. The voodoo injury threw a monkey wrench in that, and we're coming hopefully to a close with that. That was no pun intended. I didn't really mean it that way.
A close to that, and we're hoping his wound will close.
Yeah. No. I didn't mean it like that. But once we get to where there's just like normal routine and not big extras, then I will find a time to go up and hang out.
Deanna says, hey, remember, we only have this moment. We have this moment.
Yeah.
And this moment goes fast, doesn't it, Deanna?
Don't make me cry.
I know. We have this moment, though. All right, let's change the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's already 45 minutes in. You want to go and start doing some questions and answers, and that will take your mind off of things?
Yeah.
Guys, we've had a really fun 45 minutes, but at this point, we are going to open it up to questions and answers, and that's really just more discussion. So if you have any questions about any animals or any of the going-ons that we can answer, that's part of our content, then by all means, ask those questions now. Jamie has a lot better eyes than I do, so she will try to grab She'll try to grab a comment here and there, and we'll bring it up and we'll talk about it.
Are the horses staying at Longhorn Lester's? You know, I actually have been looking at, I go back to our memories every single day between the Sanctuary, Longhorn Lester's, and From Suits to Boots. And it's interesting because a year ago today, the horses were actually on their way back to I'm a Survivor because the cows had to come back here because the fences were an issue last year at this point in time. And when I think about the options that we have for the horses and for all of the animals, of course I want the horses to stay here at Longhorn Lester's, but I am not really big on words that mean and say forever. Ultimate words, I guess is what you call those, or I don't know what you say those are, but either way, we have options. So the intentions are for the horses to stay here at Longhorn Lester's. We have a barn that they love, that they go into freely, and that they have their own stalls that they know. It has a fan in it now. It has lights in it. And they feel comfortable in that. We have a pond that they swim in. We have a dam that's been fixed that is safe for them. There's grass here. I always say with caution, like, yes, my intention is for them to stay here. But if we would ever need to move them back to the JL ranch because of grass or whatever the circumstances are, we have that option.
Yeah. You'll have to wait until you watch Jamie's video tomorrow. Tomorrow. Jamie addresses this entire thing. Listen, y'all think I make this stuff up, don't you? Can you see, Jamie? Is it showing him?
Yeah.
Y'all think I make this stuff up about him? He lives to harass me. Hey, could you shoo? Can you go lay somewhere else?
That's probably not going to happen.
Hank.
He's not going to leave.
See, y'all think I make stuff like this up about how Mr. Hank is harassing me. He lives to harass me. So Jamie's going to post a video tomorrow. It'll come on her channel on From Suits to Boots, and she will address the calf situation. Okay?
Yeah.
And then how is Laverne doing? So I will say that Laverne is doing fine, but you'll have to also watch my video tomorrow to get a complete Laverne update on everything that transpired with our sweet Laverne. And then we'll talk more about it on the next time that we come live with you all.
Yeah, but okay. She's doing good.
Laverne is doing great.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one to talk about. There's probably a video about that too. Gosh darn it! I'm so sorry, y'all, but we make a living off of our video content. So if we give,
but I don't have a kitten update.
Oh, you don't? Well, you kind of do. Oh, I don't know.
But so y'all know that we're trying to trap them. So that is the most up to date thing. Is we are trying to trap them. Trying. No one has been caught yet. And if you've watched the videos, you know that there are 5 currently that I have seen in the last 2 days.
Any decisions on Tat? So everyone who keeps up knows that Tat is one of our male ostriches. He's Carl's son, Carl's firstborn, and he's 2 years old, just over 2 years old, and he's growing into adulthood. He's a typical teenager. And he likes to pick and pester on everybody. And right now he's picked Annie and Indy to be the ones that he picks on. So we are having to decide what we're going to do with Tat. We love him and he's wonderful in every way, but he does have some tendencies to be a little bit mean to the babies. And we're trying to... Sorry, Jamie.
It doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you.
Well, I'm trying to focus. I have a hard enough time.
They don't see it as annoying because they see it next to you, but they don't realize that he literally is
y'all don't
his
know.
tail.
He puts it in my face. He like sticks it in my face, and Jamie's like, "Hey, you're getting a chocolate starfish, ain't you?" She cackles like you know who, and I'm like, "Jamie, stop the cackling. Don't make the cackling noise." and she cackles about whatever. So we're going to have to do something with Tat. As of now, we only notice it's really bad during feed time, where he will leave his own food supply, his own feed mix, and chase Annie off of her food.
Yeah.
Or if Annie runs off, then he'll chase Indy off of her food. He loves chasing those alpaca. And I don't get that for anything, because he's always been such a good little fella. And he's not mean to us. So that's the good thing.
It doesn't mean I'm not scared of him.
I'm scared of him too.
Though. And I don't, he is mean to Carl. And I don't like that.
How is Gracie?
Fat and sassy.
Yeah, Gracie's still next in line to drop her calf, and she's not, as of today, there's still no baby. She's with everybody else hanging out. She's not going off on her own. She seems to be just trying to hold out for as long as possible, probably waiting for the next cold front or the next wind, low pressure system, which I don't know when that's going to happen. It feels like every day is a repeat of the day before, and it's so darn hot.
We are very blessed that this part of repeat didn't start until August, because last year it started in like May.
Yes.
So
as far as the drought goes.
Yeah.
So it's funny and it's not funny, but we as humans we're also fickle. We change our minds so darn fast about what we want, what we wish for, what we pray for even. And it's funny because a little over a month ago, we were literally talking to ourselves saying, my God, is it ever going to stop raining? It just needs to stop raining. It's like everything is so wet, and you whip up outside and you're just sink down in the mud. Especially the JL was horrible. And it's just really bad. And here it's been a little over a month without a drop. And we're like, we could kind of use some rain pretty soon.
Mother Nature's got jokes.
The pastures are turning yellow, which means that's the beginning of starting to kind of die off and dry out. And I'm like, we could kind of use some rain pretty soon.
Just a sprinkle here or there.
But I feel bad. I don't want to say, come on, God. I don't want to bring God into it at all. Because he's like, a month ago you were saying dry out, bud. Here you go. So.
Somebody says, are you going to do the hot wing challenge with Jason at Cog Hill? Do you know about that?
A hot wing challenge? I have no idea. But I eat hot wings. I love
I know.
wings.
That's why I was like, do you know about that? Because I think
no, if there's a challenge with wings or any kind of an eating challenge, I'm not going to eat gross stuff.
No, but
friends, I could eat some wings.
You better figure out what that is.
The hot wings?
The hot wing
challenge. We know what hot wings are.
No, whatever Jason has challenged you to, because they're saying Jason challenged you to something with hot wings.
Well, hold on. Jason and we text each other almost daily. And he even texts Jamie now. Hold on. I will go first. When your partner's phone dings, ding, you ignore it. When it dings again, at some point you're like, what's going on with you today? Oh, sheesh. And then it dings again. Then it dings again.
You're so full of it.
I'm messing with her, and I'm messing with Jason as well. Go ahead and tell him why you and Jason talk.
I put a message on his live, he and Brooks live yesterday, asking about, he was talking about how he, for their fall garden, they do a cover crop. And I wanted to know, after you do a cover crop, do you still till? Because a lot of people have no-till gardens, and I just wanted to know what Jason does, because his dirt looks really good. And the reason you do cover crops is because you're trying to put nutrients back in the soil and replenish everything you took out by taking, tomatoes and other things that take a lot of nutrients out. And I love the idea. And I knew about cover crops, but I didn't know, like, if you take a season off, do you still till it, or do you just like dig in and plant and that's it? So I put that on his video, and then he messaged and he gave me those updates. And I was like, thank you so much. And then he sent another message and said, by the way, you're going to want to start your fall seeds. And both Jason and Brooke are very good about reminding me of when to fertilize, or some of y'all will reach out to them when I have like crazy bug things going on, and they will tell me what to use and how to do it. And I told Jason today that I feel really privileged to be able to talk garden with him, because he's so much further ahead of me in knowledge and experience, but also in the same zone, to be able to understand what's going on. Because my mom is fabulous in gardening, but my mom is in Illinois and doesn't have anything near the weather that we have. And I can read about it as much as I want to in books or anything like that, but to have somebody in real time be like, hey, now's the time, and sort of trigger those things, and to be able to bounce questions off of, like, I have a garden partner, and I'm so excited.
Congrats, Chrissy. Jason is a great mentor in gardening. Oh, I'm missing the ones that I was trying to. Sorry. Jamie, I can't even find a way to get that. They want to know about Dinky Daryl. Can you tell about your cute little story with him?
It's in a video.
It's in a video. So Dinky's doing wonderful. We cannot get Dinky or little Gary or the ABCs that are over with Ellie and Megan worked on. We also have a couple of goats that have to be castrated. And we cannot do those procedures until it cools off. And that's per vet's orders, or at least recommendations. Guys, right now with being so hot, animals that go through a procedure like surgical are prone to infection. They have a lot more issue with flies, and it's just a lot more difficult to recoup from. So recommendations are wait till it cools off. We don't like seeing the animals, especially the ABCs, the little mini donkeys over with at the sanctuary, struggling with hormonal issues, but
they're all proud. They're all going to be proud cut, which is like,
don't expect a whole lot. Now they can't actually impregnate anything, but they're going to be proud cut, which means their behaviors have already been learned. I'm sorry to tell you that, but they're already going to have learned behaviors.
It doesn't go away, is what we're saying.
Yeah, sorry if that shocks you or lets you down, but some behaviors are learned. Now it won't be as aggressive, maybe. We hope not.
It calms down. So, like, I think about Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan
was proud Ringo. Take Ringo would be a better example, because Ringo will still go up behind a girl and do all the funny goat noises, and he'll still do all the weird things that Billy Goats will do.
It just doesn't go anywhere.
But yeah, and he also is not as aggressive towards me.
Correct.
Now he'll still knock the heck out of you. Don't get me wrong, but he's not chasing us out of the pasture and then ramming the gate and ramming the gate and ramming the gate to get out to us.
Their hormones settle down, and with age, that just like most men,
you need to be careful what you say right here,
Jamie. They settle down is the best word I can use.
The best way I can put it is it's a lot easier to stay out of trouble as you get older. And that's true. That's true for men and women. When you were younger, when y'all were some little spitfires, you know what I'm saying. But as you get older, you settle down a little bit. So,
but yeah, so getting them fixed is not going to be the ultimate thing, and we still have 6 months from the time that they're fixed until they can be in with females, because they could still.
Yeah.
Which is what happened with.
There's some pent
Ivy and Imogene. Both got pregnant after Dan was cut, which was the Ivan Beverly.
And Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Do the ABCs need estrogen pellets?
I don't know. I think, I have not talked to Ellie or Megan about this, but I don't know exactly. No, I shouldn't even go there. This is Ellie and Megan's decision. They were gracious enough to take them and offer them a wonderful home. They've both been working with them a lot and trying to tame them down. Ellie and Megan have made a lot of progress with both of them, or all three of them. And I will let you guys ask any of them your questions about the ABCs, because they do in fact belong to Ellie and Megan now.
Yeah.
And then there was another question that I posed, but I forgot what it was now. I was trying to pop them up here so I wouldn't forget.
I'm so sorry.
You weren't reading?
No.
Darn it. Okay. So, all right. Well, listen, guys, in that case, I do think that we are about out of time. Yes? What you read?
Just seeing if there's anything that you meant, like you were talking about. I don't know.
Okay. Well, listen, it was a fun live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If once again, in case you're wondering what's going on with the outfit, this is all Jamie's doings, y'all. This is all Jamie's doings. And
have you heard of the things that the kids do called a fit check?
A fit check?
Yeah.
No.
It's where you like stand in front of the camera and like do something cute in your outfit, and they're like fit check. I think that the world needs to see the Crocs, not crack. Fit check of Lester. I think that we need a reel of that. If you would like a reel of that, please put hearts in the comments, because I personally give that a vote.
You're just trying to embarrass me again.
I'm not. I'm trying to boost your confidence. And the same way that you love to be told that you look fabulous in your baby blue shirt, I think people would appreciate.
So just so you all know, this will be the last time you ever see me in this particular shirt. Fit check or no fit check, I am done with Crocs.
But look at all those hearts right there.
Ladies, you're very sweet, But you only want to see what shorts I'm wearing right now, don't you? You want to see my farmer tan.
They want to see your fit check.
I'm not going to do that right now, Jamie, please. But listen, this shirt will be done with me as soon as this live is over.
That shirt is a keeper.
The wig is going to stick around, not because I want it, but because someone else, I think, has fantasies that probably wants to be fulfilled.
Don't say that.
So I got to be the silver fox. Who in their right mind has to pretend to be older than what they are? Who does that? Who has to pretend to be older? Hold on, sweetie. I'm coming.
Don't make it weird.
I'll be there in a minute.
Don't make
sweetie.
it weird.
Pump, 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 pump. I'm on my way. Hold on. Hold my spot, honey. Pump, 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 pump. Thank y'all for watching. We love you so much. We're blessed to have you. And we will catch you on the next video. Okay. Pump, 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 pump. I'm going to play that live again. That thing that we started the video off with. Okay. And we'll end it with this over here. There we go. Sorry. She's out to embarrass me. How different we are as people, as humans. She's trying to embarrass me. Here's the outfits that I have to pick from. Oh my gosh. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Jamie and I are nothing alike. My queen, your chariot awaits.
Next tomorrow.
Thank y'all for watching.
Can I take this off now?
No, we're driving home this way. We love you guys. We appreciate the time, and we will catch y'all on the next video. And if you choose not to stick around, then I totally get it. I would not watch this channel either. I would not watch this channel for anything. We're a bunch of weirdos, and if you stick around, thank you. And if not, I don't